Hi, Capricorn. This is going to be your mid November to the end of November reading. It's good for the Sun, Rising, Moon, and Venus sign of Capricorn. It is a general message. It may not resonate with all of you. Check your Rising, Moon, or Venus placements. You could find messages there instead on this channel if this doesn't resonate. If you're a cross watcher, you might need to reverse the roles. Although I don't really feel like this is a cross watcher reading. If you want to book a private reading with me, Capricorn, the link to my website to schedule is in the description below. All right, let's get into it. Cap, you know you're my favorite, right? You're my favorite earth sign. I have a deep love for my caps and my Saturn energy. And I'm excited for you guys. I think that you are something major is about to shift because the reason for the reading is the Tower. This is the Ajni Tarot, by the way, AGNI. You can find it on Amazon. I love it. They wanted me to use it for you guys. So, scorpionic energy. You will have sudden shifts middle to end of November, moving into Sagittarius season. You will have a sudden awakening. There will be a moment for you to tear everything down and rebuild. The eject button will be hit. The Tower is not always bad. It's where there's this chaotic sudden shift that happens in our life that creates a sudden awakening. And for whatever reason, well, I know what the reason is based on these cards. You're going to have a Tower moment, Capricorn, that's going to allow you to push through some challenges and need to gather more information and then move on to calmer waters. And you're meant to be moving towards your higher purpose. The purpose of power came out of the Soul's Destiny deck for you, the Oracle of the Seven Energies. The power of purpose is about your life purpose. It's about being an individual. This Tower moment is meant to allow you to be your true self. It's about seeing your unique place in the world and having a clear sense of your authentic purpose. You'll be needing to focus on healthy self-esteem, letting go of old conditioning, celebrating you and just you being you. The discipline and will to evolve are yours by nature. And this process doesn't have to be a struggle. You cannot fail if you immerse yourself fully in what is right in front of you now. So stay in the present moment. Just keep removing the blocks to your essential self. This Tower came out because something in your life is a block that needs to be removed so that you can move on to your essential self. I think it has to do with a relationship of some kind, because what came out for you from the Awakened Souls deck was judgment. And because it came in the reverse, this might just be a weakness that you need to course correct. It might be coming in the form of another person. I could be picking up on another person around you. Look at these two. They're all tied up, but not in a hot way. Like they're not enjoying this. Look at their faces. This is about projection and being unsympathetic and people being shallow and harsh. So watch out the end of November for gossip and vicious words and unfairness and ignorance and a lack of reasoning. Just give yourself the affirmation, I bring my judgments into the light of understanding, and ask yourself, are you being overly judgmental of any situations or with a person at present? Because oftentimes this card means that there is a judgment of yourself or others in a situation happening that you need to pay attention to. It's the block. Judgments are natural, but become detrimental when they're not acknowledged and seen for what they really are. So you're being asked not to project what you feel about yourself onto others. And if other people are doing that to you, just affirm to them, I bring my judgments into light of understanding. What's your judgment? So watch for projection. Watch for a sort of a test in maybe a relationship. It could be romantic, familial. It could go down at work. You could have an energy around you that pulls on you. It just might piss you off. There's a harshness, there's a shallowness around you. Don't let it eat at you. Don't let it fester within you, because I think you're meant to be letting go of something here. In your past, we have the Five of Pentacles. So I noticed that this fairy card, the spirit guides, wanted to talk about this in the past. The past has been difficult, but now is the time to believe in your abilities and walk your pathway with confidence. The power of purpose. Who are you? What is your purpose? You're not like anybody else. You don't need to pretend or be anybody else to fit in. And don't let anybody force you to do that, Capricorn. You guys are not known for that. So I think this is kind of like a test. I think you blow it all apart to give yourself an opportunity to move away from this difficult past and work walk a new pathway with confidence. I love that for you. At the bottom of this deck, they wanted me to pull this card too. Your time is often taken up with problems that belong to others. Use your wisdom and the angelic energy to prioritize your own needs. Your own needs. I think you're going to have something suck up your time and energy. You need to step back and say, this is not my problem. I have an opinion about it. It might be affecting me, but I've got to move away from the tough times and believe in your own ability to do it. It will be tested. The Seven of Wands is in your future, in the near future. It will be tested. Your soul wants you to ask yourself some questions. I use this deck in a therapeutic sense. I have not used it for you before, and your guide said use soul truth for them. And I was like, yes, okay, Capricorn, you guys need to ask yourselves these rhetorical questions. If you do these exercises, it will help you through any of the BS. What passion am I ready to pursue? There's been something keeping you from your passion, very much so. Your passions will continually lead you to your purpose. What passions have you put to the side and given up on or buried? What passion is ready to come alive in you? They want you to write a list. They say write a list of passions to which you want to give your life to right now, and then journal about it. If your soul has been whispering to you about a passion, there's some clutter that needs to be cleaned out. Don't judge yourself. Let go of other people's bullshit. Let that tower awaken you to what you're ready to passionately pursue. And believe you're worthy. Do I believe I'm worthy? You are worthy. You are deserving. You are loved, Capricorn. Start seeing the divine beauty within you. You don't need somebody else to show it to you or give it to you or affirm it for you. See it in yourself and see the life that you've dreamt up. I love what this says. It's a quote by Maya Angelou. Your crown has been bought and paid for. Put it on your head and wear it. So your soul action for the end of November is for a big goal or dream you have. Ask yourself, do I feel worthy of this? There's something that you guys are meant to be pursuing. Maybe others are trying to pull you away from it. One way or the other, you're meant to go towards it. You're going to get a tower so that you can get away from bullshit and lower energies and move towards your higher purpose and your power of purpose. You may question whether or not you're worthy. You're worthy. What does Maya say? Your crown is bought and paid for. It's time to pursue your passions. Relationships may affect this. They always do. They always do, right? So what came out of the Arrows of Love deck, this could be relationship, like romantic, but it could also be career for you guys. I find that the love oracle decks often hit it for career for my earth signs. So it could be one or the other or both. Rose-colored glasses, perfect match, higher purpose, pendulum, yes or no. This is going to be happening for you middle to end of November, Capricorn. You're going to ask yourself, am I putting on rose-tinted glasses about something in my life, about a person, a job, a living situation, something? I think you're going to realize quite suddenly with the tower here that you were only seeing the good in something. And you have to take those off and decide whether or not it's a perfect match for you. You're being called to your higher purpose. So I've got, what are you ready to pursue? Am I worthy of it? I'm guided to be unique. I'm guided to my higher purpose and be myself. Here it is again out of another deck. Whispers of it through all of the oracle decks. You have a choice, yes or no. I go towards your higher purpose. That's what I would do. In regards to relationships in particular, romantic probably, one day, someday, somewhere, another time, depth, complexity, awareness, importance, but lust, intensity, sexual energy, non-committal. Lust and sexual energy comes out a lot for Capricorn and for all my earth signs. I mean, your card is the devil, and that represents our earthly bodies and our hedonism and lust. That's not bad, but clarity, honesty, intention, and truth. I can see what's going on here. I honestly... Are some of you, I just saw a vision, like some of you are trying to decide whether or not to stay focused on a relationship or do something like go back and do your PhD or move across the country or somewhere else to focus on a higher purpose. you're going to try to figure out if a relationship is what you want to do right now. And it's like, I don't know. I think you guys might decide you're going to have to get answers first with honesty, intention, and truth. There's a lot of sexual energy around it. And I know that that very much appeals to Capricorn. And the non committal aspect of it can be great because that way you can focus on your higher purpose. But you're very aware of the complexities within you and maybe within this relationship. You may just need to say goodbye. Cross watchers, they may need to say goodbye. Cross watcher, if you're being affected by a Capricorn, these messages could be for you too. Yeah. So let's talk about how it all plays out for you in the plot as the tarot lets us do. So yes, the Tower, kaboom, a sudden shift, an awakening, and it's chaotic. But always with the Tower is a chance to tear it all down and rebuild. So, you guys like this? One of my clients sent it to me. She says I'm a queen of wands. So, my kids say, use the wand. I'm like, okay. So, in the past, the Four of Wands. So, there was stability. Nice, right? Four of Wands is nice. A homecoming, it's stable. You're feeling good. You can build upon something, a relationship, a foundation of some kind. Family and fun might have been involved. And then the Nine of Pentacles. So doing really well, thinking you're a good catch. Your LinkedIn's on point. You look good. You smell good. You're independent. This could have been a person you were attached to. I think it's more about career. So in the past, maybe earlier this year, you felt really good. Maybe you thought about like adding an addition to your home or doing something at home. Money was great, but then, wow, Five of Pentacles. Suddenly there was this lacking mindset that might have been perceived or it might have been real. Capricorns are known for being hypervigilant about their resources. Earth signs will even look at emotions and sleep and time as a tangible currency. So in the past, suddenly you just weren't getting what you needed. In the present moment, the Two of Wands in reverse. What is this? The Seven of Swords in reverse. So crisis of conscience here. And then the Four of Pentacles. I see what's happening here. So suddenly I think you decided to divest in a situation. The Two of Wands is where we do future planning and we want progress, but we have a decision to make and we're excited to discover more. Suddenly you're turned around. There's a lack of a mutual attraction between yourself and something else. Maybe you finally choose your path. We have two paths. He's got two paths he can pick from. But often it's about where we focus way more on our personal goals. We go in for inner alignment. Right now, I think you guys are going in for inner alignment. You might be facing judgment. Knock it off with the negative self-talk too. And like the fairies have asked you to do, don't let other people's problems get in your way. Maybe you're like, yeah, I'm done with other people's problems. I'm a focus on myself. I'm prioritizing my own needs here. I don't know that you're quite ready to passionately pursue something yet. You're going to be asked, if you ask yourselves these questions, it will help with that because the Seven of Swords in reverse comes out next. So secrets or lies might be revealed, but the Seven of Swords in a positive way is about being flexible and adaptable and sharp-witted and on your toes, being one step ahead of everybody, needing to act upon your own behalf and be strategic because it's not show friends, it's show business, baby, right? But it can be a card, absolutely, of deception and betrayal and lies. So when the Seven of Swords comes in reverse, maybe you catch yourself or someone else in something, but the Seven of Swords is about kind of facing your guilty conscience and looking at places where you've cheated yourself and kidded yourself. You may get caught in something or you catch something else. It was meant to happen. With the Tower here, the wheel is in your advice. It was meant to happen. So don't cheat yourself. Don't kid yourself. Some of you feel the need to turn over a new leaf or you can't quite get out of a situation. He's on a flying carpet with his swords. So something like that could be going down. This insecurity and the need to turn around also causes you to really hold on tight to your pentacles. This is about saving money, security, taking a very conservative approach, having a scarcity mindset so you can control your foundation. I think something might have happened in your finances or resources or in a relationship where you went from thinking you can build upon this foundation because you have enough to spare emotionally, spiritually, monetarily, and then, whoa, it just wasn't enough. Back to the drawing board. I'm feeling insecure in this situation. You may find some stuff out and it causes you to hold back. Holding back, but holding on. The only thing about the Four of Pentacles is that sometimes it's where we control something and we can't let it go. Shed the old. Ask yourself what you really need. If you need to let go of something, yes, you're going to lose something, but it makes way for more room in your heart chakra. But this is what you're doing right now. Holding back, holding on. No, I have no pentacles for anyone but myself. I'm not trusting this situation at the moment, financially or otherwise. Moving into the present or the near future, I did clarify these cards. Seven of Wands is the first card out. Whoa. You may feel threatened by others, or someone may be telling you, I need space. You tell someone else or a situation, I need space. This is challenges. This is competition. Being caught off guard, needing to persistently protect yourself, taking the high road, not afraid of the obstacle or challenge. I'm like, well, what's challenging them? What's going on here? I clarified it with the Five of Wands in reverse and Death, Scorpio here. So I think that you decided to stand your ground. You will decide to stand your ground, Capricorn, in a situation that involved a lot of tension in what was probably a group dynamic. And you could not be part of the solution. You felt like you were in the middle of a problem that involved a lot of bullshit, probably. You decide to put an end to that. It could be a relationship situation where you're like, look, I don't know that we have enough in common. There are irreconcilable differences here. I'm willing to have a death and rebirth with you, but first all this other crap and all these other people and all this stuff has to get out of the way, and I'm not going to back down. I'm going to stand up for myself in this situation. Could be dealing with a Scorpio here, another or a fire sign possibly. The next action in the near future is the Page of Swords. He's a curious little dude. It's a Gemini energy. Someone's either very curious about you or you're very curious about something else. You seem to need to get more information before you can move forward. I clarified it with the Sun in reverse, Leo energy, and the Three of Wands. So the pages pursue and study something. They deliver and receive information. He's very smart. He's thirsty for knowledge. He thinks of a new way to communicate. I think you're waiting to get some more information end of November, moving into December, because there is a lack of clarity with the Sun. Or maybe the Sun is going, this could be happening with like a job or a person that you want to get involved with, where suddenly the Sun goes down on something in your environment and it opens up a possibility for expansion. This could be at a distance from you with the Sun and the Three of Wands, but you're going to need more information. The Page of Swords never signs the dotted line until he's read all 500 pages of the contract. That's going to be you. I think you see a possibility for expansion and you want to make future plans, but you might be operating under a false impression. And I think you know that. I think you know that with the Seven of Wands and the Page of Swords. This could be a person around you that's curious about you, but I mean for this all to be you. And we're ending on the Six of Swords. I like this. I clarified it with Justice in reverse and the Ten of Swords in reverse. Dang, Libra energy here. So the Six of Swords is where we do not circle the harbor. We do not engage in conflict, loss, and change. We leave it behind. It's a rite of passage. We release baggage that no longer serves us. I think that you may be doing this with a heavy heart, because with Justice in reverse and the Ten of Swords in reverse, I think you're moving on from a situation that's, is never going to be fair and it's never going to balance out. There was a lacking of truth and honesty and accountability, and it hurt. Now, you could be moving on from a situation in an avoidance of some karmic justice. Or this could have had to do with a Libra, possibly. Not necessarily, though, of course. Or maybe it's like, I'm over this. I'm not going to stand here and deal with the injustice. I really have to tear everything down and rebuild. I really can't just deal with the judgment here. I can see that with the Oracle cards here, it's like, is it a perfect match? Is it my higher purpose? I have to take off the rose-tinted glasses. I really need clarity and truth here. It's sexy and all, but yes or no. Capricorn will move on with or without another person, moving towards the calmer waters. It will take time, Capricorn. It is a slower energy. And I said, Spirit, what is your advice? This could be the next action or also your advice. The Wheel of Fortune in the upright, Sagittarius, Jupiter energy, the Lovers, the Ace of Wands. But the Devil, there you are, and the Nine of Swords. For some of you, this is a person around you that really wants to start something new with you, but they're worried. They're worried if you'll choose them. But for you guys, if this is you, you're at a real turning point. When the Tower and the Wheel come out, you have been given a Tower moment to put you on your destined path that will bring you towards a relationship or a situation with total value alignment, match made in heaven, something with a lot of growth potential. Don't get your knickers all in a twist. Okay. You're already thinking of yourself first in this situation, which is smart. You should. You're not here to live anybody else's life but your own. You're wondering if it's good for you. You're wondering if you can balance your earthly obligations with hedonism and pleasure and fun, like Capricorn and the Devil ask us and teach us to do. It will be stressful. It will be anxious for you. I don't know, you guys. There's a lot of potential here with this new relationship, this new job, this new situation. This is in the future. This might not even happen until next year. It might not even happen until your season next year. But it's putting you on this path with the Tower and the Wheel. So it's really important for you guys to ask yourself what you're passionate about and what you're ready to pursue. Will the relationship with a specific person or anybody get in the way? You clearly feel challenged. You need more information, but you need more information about yourself. Just remember to get out of the place of blame and judgment. Watch your words and communications. It's holding you back. Be yourself. The power of your purpose, okay? And remember, again, I have to affirm it for you again, Cap. Your time is often taken up with the problems that belong to other people. Use your wisdom and your energy to prioritize your own needs first. The past has been difficult. Yes, it has. But now is the time to believe in your abilities and walk your pathway with confidence. Let the Tower fall. Move towards something new. And whatever this stress is about, address it. Address it in a methodical way, the way a true earth sign would, because y'all are very practical. All right, Capricorn, that's your middle to end of November reading. This was badass. I feel great about it. I hope it resonates with you. I hope it helps you. Book a private reading with me if you want to work with me personally. The link to my website is in the description below. If you want to follow me on Instagram, the link to my Insta is in the description below as well. I'm always listening to the universe for you, Capricorns. Take care of yourselves. I love you guys. Peace. I'll see you next time.